course, of the big St Patrick's Night fight at the Bowlers Exhibition Centre in Manchester. We've got a fantastic table, as you can see. All Manchester fighters, or now Manchester-based fighters. Plenty of fantastic stories and links with every single guy here, and of course, every one of them with great potential to progress their careers. So it's a real night of prospect boxing in Manchester, brought to you by PBE, of course. We're going to have a word with our promoter, James Lindemann, in just a few minutes' time, but of course, you'll see a very familiar face here at the table as well. It's a man, a two-time world champion, who's made his way across the sea once more. He can't keep away from these shores, and of course, his adopted city on these shores is the fighting capital of the world, Manchester, isn't that right? Paulie Malignaggi, ladies and gents, a round of applause for Paulie here today. Thank you, guys. Firstly, Paulie, you're looking at these guys, and you were in their position, of course. You were a prospect over in New York, and you had these kind of nights. I mean, how special is it for these kind of fight nights to be put on? How important is it for these guys in their progression?
Well, I think it's very important for a young fighter to be able to get the exposure and to be able to kind of be broadcasted out to fans, to the masses, to get TV time, to get media attention. So I think these kind of events are very important for a fighter coming up the ladder. First and foremost, a fighter coming up the ladder is very hungry, motivated. He's got that zeal to achieve his dreams. He's got that fire inside. The fire that eventually, as you get older, take it from me, does leave you. But you look at these young fighters, and especially somebody in my position who's been there and done it all at various levels of the sport. And I take a look at these young fighters, and when they're in the ring and at shows like this, and I remember the fire. It brings back that that nostalgic feeling for me. And I know what they're going through. I know what they're feeling. They say the journey is the reward. That's the saying. And a lot of times, when I was young, I wasn't quite sure what that meant. I always felt the reward was being a world champion. I always felt the reward was like achieving that dream of winning the championship. And it is, of course, that's your ultimate goal. But when it's all over, as it is in my case, and you're able to look back, you understand what that means. You understand that certain things you feel on your way up the ladder, certain emotions you feel as you're coming up the ladder, they're emotions you're never going to feel again. There's a time in your life where you're feeling certain emotions, and then there's a time in your life where you're feeling different emotions. The reward is getting a chance to feel those emotions that most people will never feel in their life. Reward is getting a chance to feel that and holding it dear in your heart and never forgetting it. And these are times in a fighter's career where that kind of holds true.
And just about you, we all watched you just a couple of weeks ago with Sam Eddington, and you've been in with the likes of Cotto, of course, you fought Khan, you fought Hyde, we followed your career closely. Are you happy now, still with that decision, that is you, it's now on the other side of the microphone now with your Showdown commitments, Sky commitments, your PBE commitments?
Yeah, I think at a certain point you've got to be true to yourself. You've got to be truthful with yourself as well. I've been at the highest level of the sport, but I think the reality shows you in the results you get. I think the reality hits you even during the training camps, where your body is just not surviving the entire training camp the way you need it to, and your mind starts playing tricks on you, and you're asking yourself, when you're asking yourself in camp, like I had the past couple of training camps, what am I doing here? Why am I sitting here making weight again? Why am I sitting here, in training camp again, sparring every day like this again? Things that I never went through my mind. Like I said, there's a passion you feel when you're younger that, it's a burning fire, and suddenly you start to realize that, what am I doing? I'm trying to force this desire. There's things I still want to achieve, but I'm almost forcing it as opposed to being passionate about it. And I've got to be truthful with myself. Am I passionate about it, or am I forcing this? And then, the truth always tells inside the ring, and the result is the one that hits you the hardest. And once that result came about, I knew that, it's probably time to go.
Well, of course, Paulie will be with us today and also on Friday night as well, so there is an opportunity for questions from the floor, as there are, of course, for all the fighters. But to crack on then with the action, and firstly to introduce the night, an up-and-coming promoter, already got a few under his belt now. Ladies and gents, James Lindemann.
First clap in boxing I've had, so may that continue. First of all, can I just say thank you to our hotel where we're at today, inside Amelia. Really grateful that they've come on board with the PB as a hotel partner and allowed us to have the press conference today and the weigh-in tomorrow. So thank you to these guys. Thanks to Dom, obviously, for hosting our press conference, but obviously special thanks to Paulie. We got him out of the snow in New York. Who would want to come to Manchester? But you brought the sunshine. We've got great sunshine today and horrendous snowstorms in New York. So Paulie's here, which we're very grateful, obviously on the back of a fantastic career. So the PBE, Professional Boxing Entertainment, brings St Patrick's Day Showdown on Friday night. It's a bit different to go on a Friday night. It's our first Friday night show. But delighted with the card. Some familiar faces, some new faces, but a common theme of fantastic prospects that are really pushing on in their careers. And certainly 2017 for these guys, we believe, and I believe personally, will be successful and paved with gold titles, hopefully. So I'm going to let Dom take over, but thanks for your support today, and we'll see you Friday and hopefully the weigh-in tomorrow as well. Thanks very much indeed.
James. Well, in terms of the card, then we'll crack on from right to left. Members ball, please, at the end there. Now, you've got a challenge. You're fighting out of Sean Crull's Fight Factory, of course. It's your third fight against Maxim Dembovskis. You're well established now in Manchester, so how are things ahead of this now, at the early stage of your career, just your third fight?
Yeah, it's my third fight. I get 10 weeks I was ready for this fight, so I'm ready. I know my opponent and stuff. We have one fight, one win by KO, so I'll try to bring the best of me.
It's a Latvia-Lithuania derby.
Yeah, it's like neighborhood.
Well, best of luck with that. And just moving down, we have Stephen Daniel, of course, who was last out on a show back in October, which was a cracker of a fight. And again, you've got a big opportunity to show you're here via the Netherlands. And just to inform you, for people that maybe don't know the history of Stephen, the chosen one, you've got royalty in those veins of yours. Azuma Nelson is a relative, he's your godfather as well, so that's some story.
Yes. First of all, I'd like to thank BBE and James Linden for this opportunity, and also my management, Fight Factory. Last show was a good show, performed well, and yeah, I'm looking forward to put on another good performance on this show.
It was Sergio Bomo last time, you have Willie Warburton this time, who I'm sure anyone that's been to any show in the last 10 years can tell you all about Willie. He's a fantastic fighter whose record is very deceiving, as he proved against Conor Seymour last time out, stopping a prospect in round 2. So he could provide you with a tricky night.
No, exactly. You know, every opponent is no pushover. That's in my eyes. I don't overlook anybody, and looking forward for Willie Warburton to put on a good show. Same as me. So looking forward.
Well, moving down, Artie. Again, another prospect, of course. Dimitri Gutmans is in the opposite corner, but you're going to bring a few people down from Accrington, of course, and this is another opportunity for you to showcase what you're all about.
Yes, definitely. All I want to say, I'm ready. I'm in fantastic shape, training with Sean Crew for the last 10 weeks. I just can't wait to get in the ring, just box and show my skills. Hopefully after this fight, I'm looking at titles, you know, especially in Manchester, fighting the likes of Mikey Gomez. You know, everyone wants to see that fight, you know, the fans. It's good for us, and it's obviously good for the promoters. So yeah, I'm ready for titles. I'm moving up.
So you're in a bit of a hurry, you see.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck with that. Now, alongside me here to my right is Matty Mainwaring, and I'm making sure that I say everything absolutely right, because your nan's going to kill you if I say anything wrong, or me, or both of us. From Salford, and of course a cracking fighting prospect for yourself, and could be a tough night's work for you as well against Chris Jenkinson from just up the road at Bolton. So firstly, what do you expect from the fight?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank James and his team for putting on this fantastic show. I was actually present at James' first show when we stayed with Adam Haig, boxed on that show. I didn't fight myself that night, but it was a fantastic show, and he does everything with knobs on, as you can see here today. So I'd like to thank him for the opportunity. As far as my fight goes on Friday, yeah, it's very important to me. You don't overlook any opponent. Chris Jenkinson's got a lot of rounds in the bag. He's had a lot of fights, and he's a very talented fighter. So I look forward to putting on a good show with him for the fans.
Now, many of us would be aware of the journey that certain Curtis Woodhouse made from professional football into boxing. You're doing a similar thing yourself, professional footballer turned boxer. You're still only 26 and part-time model as well, so you're ticking a lot of boxes here.
Yeah, I mean, Curtis did fantastic in both sports. He was lucky enough to have a great career in both sports, and I've had seven wonderful years in football as a pro. I was lucky enough to make over 110 appearances at various clubs. But having said that, my true passion has always been boxing, even though I've had no amateur fights. I've had up until turning pro 2 years ago, I'd never boxed before. So I have to be honest, I prefer boxing to football, and now I've made the decision. I'm loving every minute of it, and hopefully exciting times ahead.
Well, you have your modelling as well. Is it not more fun modelling than getting your face punched in?
No, it's definitely not. No. A lot of people would say the two don't go together, but boxing's my love, boxing's my passion. I grew up watching the likes of Paulie, modern day legends, and the Hattons who I'm trained by, and it's great to be here with all these talented lads who I'm going to be fighting alongside on Friday. So for me, this is a dream come true. It's fantastic.
We look forward to seeing you again, Matty. And just moving down the bus a little bit then to the biggest boy on the table from Sale, Sam Hyde. Now, Sam, you had a cracking fight last time out against Blaze Mendu. It was a real local derby as well, and you proved that you can put the rounds in, you can box clever. So what are we going to see this time? Tomislav Rodan is the opponent in the other corner. I know you're another fella that's in a hurry, but what do we expect on Friday?
Yeah, well, Friday night, a lot of clinical display. Everything we've been working on in the gym, you've seen me down Gallagher's gym sparring. I'm just looking to everything I gained from last fight, take onto this fight. As I was talking to Paulie before, he told me to enjoy this bit, and I've actually been enjoying this bit a lot more. Which, if you're enjoying the build-up, you enjoy the fight more. Last fight, it was the first fight. People thought maybe I'm going to get knocked out. I was getting told you're going to lose this, that, other. When I was a kid watching people call boxing out, that's what I wanted. But then when it happens to you and it's there, people are saying you're going to lose. It's how you deal with it. And I thought I dealt with it really well. Gained a lot of respect from the last fight. So I've ticked the boxes outside the ring, which obviously I'm taking into the ring. So this next fighter, I've had a bit of a look at him, but I'm just looking to put on everything I'm working on in the gym and taking from last fight. I'm putting on a really good display. But obviously the future goal is where we're going in a year, 2 years time. So I didn't train for this opponent. I'm training for top level fighters. So I've not left any stones unturned, and I'm ready for Friday night for whatever he brings.
And providing you get through Friday night, it could be an IBF youth title. Is that what you want to do in just a few months' time?
Yeah, for sure. I'm ready for that little next step up. It would be nice get some. Just put a little something behind my hard work. We all know it's not the biggest title in the world, but it's something where I can just say this is what I've achieved, which I believe I deserve. The other day it came up on my Facebook. 3 years I've been a pro, didn't even realise it's just flu. So it'll be really good to get a title under that after Friday night.
I think we expect fireworks on Friday
For sure.
from Sam. And then at the end of the table, Anthony, you're going into your third professional fight. Of course, you had that cracking amateur pedigree as well. So, again, I presume, tell me if I'm wrong, another fella in a hurry. You want the big fights. You want to see what you can achieve. You're still a young fella, only 26 years of age, but here's your chance to shine then.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to say thanks to James. It's the first time me and him have met. Well, not met personally, but it's the first time I'm going to box on the same show. Back to the amateur career, yeah. Definitely, I was around, like I say, elite fighters in the amateurs for a good few fights, do you know what I mean? So, I reckon just gathering the rounds really, getting the experience of 6 rounds, 8 rounds, going through that, and then, yeah, I'm definitely ready.
And of course, in those amateurs, Callum Smith, Tommy Langford, you beat both of those guys.
Listen, there's loads what I can go through, but they're doing their thing now, and I'm looking to make my name in the middleweight division. Do you know what I mean? Some of these fighters, obviously Tommy Langford got the British title. There's rumours what he's going to be fighting for a world title, so hopefully he'll give that belt up. I'm not ready for that belt just now. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not ready for calling anyone out just yet. But am I ready for them people? Not right now, but skill-wise, yeah, definitely.
And on Friday you do face another import, it's Joe Zaleski coming in from Bulgaria. Again, it's something that you've got to be wary of, but I suppose you can't be too eager in these fights.
No, it's not. It's all about learning, isn't it? You know what I mean? And to be honest, the day before weigh-ins and stuff like that, we've been asking James, obviously, when I fight on a Warren show and other shows and I fight on Steve Wood shows, I like to get the day before weigh-in because these fights are going to come sooner than people think. These title fights, people are saying, oh, 18-month time, but if it is 18 months, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But I've got a feeling they're going to come sooner, so I'm just prepping right there.
Well, again, we look forward to Anthony's next fight and the big stage of his career ahead, but we're going to open it up to the floor in a second. I just want to invite James, if he's just going to work for the sponsors.
I just want to say thank you. First of all, obviously the event is live on Unilad, a digital platform. You can follow them on Facebook. It will broadcast live on Unilad's Facebook Live page. Huge following. It's a great opportunity for fans to watch a good show live. Must thank obviously the hotel I've already mentioned, JD Sports, a long-lasting partner of ours, and more recently Betfred, a better person in the Northwest than our Fred, who supports boxing, football, rugby league. He's supporting us on our journey. We're very grateful to them. There are some offers available to new account holders. If you want to Cheltenham this week or bet on Nike turning up, you'll probably get very hard odds. So I'll let you pass back to the floor.
So any questions now for any of our fighters at the top table? Paulie, of course, who's here as well. I think Sheldon, you had your hand up there before. Sheldon came from the Manchester Evening News. Fire away.
Sam, you've had some great sparring with Oakley.
More going down to the Gallagher's gym. You obviously see that on TV. You see what level they're at. You see them on TV all the time, and it just gives you, like I say, just more confidence that I know where we're going. Obviously, it's not easy, but the sparring's been great. Anthony's been there as well, sparring with Liam Smith. So it's been quite good. We've been seeing each other a lot, sparring, knowing we would do the work and fighting the same show. But it's been great. He's just lost his British title, but as you know, the fight he was winning. I think he just let it go the last round and got caught with a shot. But he should be really British champion, so I've been sparring the British champion basically for full count. So I couldn't be in more better position really going into Friday.
You mentioned you had a good chat with Paulie about sort of your career so far. How much do you learn from listening to someone like Paulie and him giving you advice?
I just soak it all, definitely everything he says. And other fighters, obviously, because they've been there, done that. I'm for taking bits and pieces off everyone I can involved in boxing and then making my own path. I think I'm very like my way or the highway, but I've learned to take everything in and make my way the best way I possibly can.
Anthony, Sam mentioned you've been sparring with Liam Smith as well. Is it good to sort of be in that environment and sort of share the ring with those sort of guys?
The best thing about it is you learn it's okay sparring people, who you spar, and obviously you're at your level, but they don't, they don't excel the put your mistakes, basically catch you when you put a mistake because they're not quick enough or they're not wise enough to put it there, do you know what I mean? So sparring with Liam, I've learned a lot of some of the mistakes I'm doing wrong or some of the stuff what I could be doing right, where it's just slight little twinges here or there, you know what I mean? To look at you probably wouldn't think it's a mistake, but he's been telling me, so yeah, great, but I can't wait to be on that level. You know what I mean?
This will be sort of your second final block of 3 fights you're having in quick succession. Is it good to have those dates under your belt and know when you're fighting next?
It's better for me. I feel better that way, you know what I mean? Because like I've been away from the sport for 8 years, as I mentioned in previous interviews, and I've been away from the sport and I've not been training. So even though my body's fresh, when I'm coming into a 10 and 12 week camp, 5 weeks in, I'm getting ill or I'm getting injuries because my body's not hardened yet. But I've been staying in the gym basically since I've been in the gym, and fighting so soon, the camps are probably 80%, you know, 80% hardness instead of 100% going through to a 12-week camp to do one fight. So I'm just staying fit all the time, but not pushing my body to the limits until it's hard enough, and then hopefully come to the middle of the year this year when I start doing the 10-week camps, I will be flying.
Anyone else? There will be an opportunity for breakaways with all the fighters if anyone wants a word, but if anyone's got anything else to say, raise your hand now. Otherwise, I just thank all the fighters on the top table and of course everyone for making the effort to come out here today for what promises to be a fantastic evening at Bowlers as well, PBE, and another great step forward in the big adventure, James. So thanks very much for your attendance, and everyone can break away and help yourself fill your boots.
Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.